What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dan in the building. Man, we got some news for you. We got some news. I'm sure y'all heard, man. We had to come to y'all today, man, and let y'all know what was up. Dallas finally did what needed to be done. Maybe we can start the healing process. I don't know. But we're here to talk about it. This is my co-host.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's going on, fam? Man, make sure y'all sit back, relax, grab yourself something to drink, and let it be known. Sports. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Man, boy, this everything's going on. It hit the fan this morning. I seen it this morning. Actually, when I first woke up this morning, I woke up this morning about 7, and it was already like rumors flirting around that Nico could be fired soon. Nico could be fired today. Then it was like Nico got a meeting this morning, and I was like, it just kept escalating. Like it was like he could be fired today. Then it was like, oh, Nico got a meeting with the owners today. And then a few hours later, maybe around like 9:45, 10, it was like Nico's fired. Like, and I knew something was up when the one of the owners was sitting courtside, and he was talking to a young guy with a Luka Doncic jersey, a Laker jersey on, and I think it was already weighing on him. But I think it just kind of hit him like a ton of bricks. Like we really, we really messed up. Like I've been swindled. Like I, I, we probably made one of the dumbest moves in NBA history. And this is what happens, man, when you don't do your due diligence. If you're running a business, yeah, you got people that work for you. You got people that's doing certain jobs, man. But when it comes to big decisions, you as an owner have to do your due diligence. This ain't no just run of the mill trade. You're talking about your franchise. You're talking about the guy that's carrying the rest of the legacy of this Mavericks team. That's what you're talking about. You're talking about a guy who just took you to the finals. This is what you're talking about. This is what you're talking about moving. You're talking about moving a mountain. So as an owner, he was so careless, too careless with this move, and he only cared about one thing, and that was not having to pay the money. He didn't want to have to pay Luka the Supermax. And Nico, not wanting Luka there, knew how he can swindle the owners. He can go in, persuade them that, hey, I got a way that we cannot pay Luka, and we still can contend. So the owner's like, oh, shoot, okay. Like, yeah, I'm down for it. Like, I save money and we can contend. And they proceed to do this deal. We all know the deal. You end up moving Luka, and the world is shocked. And Mavericks fans at the first didn't know how to feel. We thought he was being punked. We was like, what? We didn't know how to feel. And as it kind of settled in and it kind of became more and more real, we was like, a lot of us who know basketball knew we were doomed. We were like, we just made the worst trade that probably in NBA history when it goes down, when it all said and done. This is probably going to be a documentary. Nico Harrison, the man that killed the franchise. Because there is no logical way that we could possibly bounce back from this anytime soon and not be in the position that we were currently in, where we were really looking to be really contenders really for the foreseeable future for the next 5 years. And the only real old piece we really had was Kyrie Irving. And the way things were setting up, like you would have been fine when Kyrie exited out. Your team was set up. Nico's mad because you went to the finals and you lost. Yes, you lost to a better team. Now I can understand if we got there and we were the favorites and we had the better team and Luka came up short and okay, I can understand that. I still wouldn't move Luka, but I could understand that then. I could possibly see where you're coming from. But to go in and to be underdogs in almost every series we was in, we was underdogs. And to go all the way to the finals. And most of those games, Dallas was in most of those games. Most of those games were lost in the fourth quarter. Dallas was in most of those games. It's not like we came in, it was just like from jump, like we down 30. Most of those games came to the fourth quarter and the better team won. Do I think we could have did a better job had Kyrie played better? Yeah. Had Kyrie played like Kyrie? Yeah. If Kyrie gave us 25, for sure. You talking about game 7 now. if Kyrie is, doing some of the stuff he was doing all throughout the playoffs. But that's neither here or there. But you retool, man. And this other little moves too, like that I didn't like. I also didn't like the move he made with what's the boy we sent to Philly? When I
Quentin
was
Grimes, Q5.
what's his name?
Quentin Grimes, but we was calling him Q5.
Yeah, Quentin Grimes. That burnt me up when he he traded him. That burnt me up because I'm a Quentin Grimes fan. I'm always a fan of instant offense, and he is like instant offense. He's right now. He's what we want out of Clay. That's Quentin Grimes. Clay is over the hill. He ain't got it no more. It's gone. If whatever little bit he had is with Meg Thee Stallion.
She taking them knees up.
He ain't got knees like Megan.
Them knees shot.
Clay ain't got knees like Megan. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
That man ain't got no lift on this shot now.
That man shooting bow-legged. It's all arms. His shot is all arms.
He like she came down on me.
That man Clay done. I knew he was done when he got with Megan Thee Stallion. I said, "Oh, Clay don't want to play no ball no more. He won't play no ball no more." Clay try to have fun now. Clay at the point. He at the point where he talked to himself in third person. This is what Clay
asked that man, what's your favorite meal? That man said catfish and spaghetti.
And spaghetti.
When he said that, I know he was done. It wasn't nothing healthy about that.
When he started talking to third person, like, yeah, man, how you and man going? Clay happy. What? Like, what you mean, man? And then you got Anthony Davis, man. He over there, he sideline, big as a banana boat. How in the world you supposed to be carrying the torch, man? Get off that Texas barbecue, brother.
That
And
barbecue,
lock in.
that barbecue got a stronghold on him, man.
Man, get out that brisket.
That brisket, it just be calling me, man. It be calling me.
He's sitting in the tub.
Tenderism.
That's tender.
See, LA didn't have no tenderism.
Man.
The baked beans.
He's sitting there eating himself away.
People be watching film. He telling the film guy, roll that beautiful bean footage. Video guy like, what? Oh, roll the tape, man.
Him and Clay, boy, they done. And the David get here, he want to know where his sandwich is.
All I know.
He faking injury so he can go to the locker room and get a bite of that sandwich.
Bring my 2 meat over here.
I want my sandwich, man. Man got a spread.
Oh man,
boy, the Lord himself gonna have to say this thing, boy.
We could.
Boy, we done, boy.
Oh man.
Hey, you don't want to play no basketball? We done.
That man gotta hold that barbecue. Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all put meat in the baked potato? That what y'all do down here?
It's meat in the beans, man. The sweet tea is actually sweet.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Man. But I knew the team was done. Let me tell you how I really knew before we get into this. I knew the team was done when they did the press conference to let everybody know they had traded Luka. The look on Jason Kidd's face.
Boy, if I still had that picture,
he wanted to choke Nico.
He wanted to put hands on Nico. They had to give that man a new deal, man, after that. He's like, man, I still want to choke him.
Yeah, Jason Kidd. My kid is on board me. Kid looked at him like Kid was so red. He looked at him like, oh,
like, you N-word?
They asked Kid later, did you know? He like, nah, I ain't know.
No. Put this on me.
I found out. Y'all
just
found
like y'all that.
We wasn't no old boy. That fool traded my team away. The coach. Boy, I knew we was done then. When that look on Kid's face, Kid ain't been thrilled since. Kid was looking like, what in the world he talking about?
They had to get that man in extension, man, because he was like, man, why do I want to be here, man? He pulling stuff like this, and he's still expecting success.
And then I knew it was a smart move because that's probably the smartest thing the owner has done since he's been here. Was to extend Kid before you fire Nico.
That's a fact.
That's probably the smartest move he has done. Because outside of that contract, Kid would have had no other reason to be here. You know how many teams going to be looking for coaches next year? He could just said, I'm stepping down. waited till the season's over with, and he would have got a coaching job.
That's a fact.
There's a lot of teams are going to be looking for head coaches. So that was the smartest move, man. But Nico's out of there. This is something that Mavs fans have been, longing for the longest, man. And they kept thinking that we not like that. And I don't know where. This is South. We prideful, man. Like, ain't nothing blowing over. It was gonna be fire, Nico. Only way they was gonna change that, they had to win the championship. That's the only way that you was gonna get the fans on Nico's side. The only way. Last year, they let you slide a little bit because guys got hurt at the end of the season. All right, we'll see what's gonna happen this season. Then Tyree gets hurt. Anthony Davis got an eye injury. So we like, oh man, here we go with it. And then it's like, well, AD gonna be able to start the season. So we're like, okay, well, we'll have one of the two. And then 5 games in, AD, big burger back goes down. He go down. And we like, man, I know good and doggone well this boy ain't went down after 5 games in this season. We got the worst offense in NBA history. AD and Cooper Flag averaged 32 points. Luka Doncic averaged 37. Not including, it's telltale, and I told everybody this last year. The guys we have on our team, they ain't that good. They look good because Luka's there. Our bigs ain't been the same since Luka left. When Luka was here, people couldn't stop talking about the Twin Towers we had. Them guys was almost both averaging a double-double. Both of them almost was averaging a double-double. Luka was getting everybody easy buckets, easy shots. Now everybody got to work hard individually. Still gonna be hard to win games, man, without a star player. Man, what's your thoughts on this, man, before we get into the videos, man?
Yeah, man. I'm glad it happened. It just seemed like it happened 6 months too late. This is something that should have happened. It shouldn't have never happened, first of all. But when it happened, man, it's 6 months too late. But let me start with something, man. I came across, man, and I think it kind of equates how we are feeling, how Dallas is feeling about this whole situation.
What are y'all, man? Sound we petty.
Right in front of the AEC.
Still looping on, but it's all right.
In front of the Dirk statue. But that pretty much sums up how we felt about the whole situation when he got up out of here. Also, man, I got one more clip. I think this was the straw that brought the camel back. You seen the kid in the Luka Lakers Luka jersey. Prior, when it first happened, the owner was kicking fans out when they were showing up like this. And then for him to be sitting down there having a conversation with the young man about the situation, and this was last night's game against the Bucks. When I seen that, I think it finally clicked for him. We made a major mistake. And like Dan said, man, Nico came with that proposal saying, yeah, for this guy, his guy's coming up here, but we can still be productive, and we can save money. Yeah, we can find another we can find another superstar. Yeah, we can find that. And it still falls on the owner, but the owner went with it, trusting the guy, because prior to that, they had became close because they went to the finals a couple years before when he had just bought the team. So they over that time they kind of became close. You're like, okay, this guy, he's putting a successful product out here. And so when the owner rolled with that, and then now he's seeing the fruit of that.
And I think too, I think this idea had been in the back of Nico's mind since he got there. I think he just didn't have a way to pull it off because he knew Mark Cuban wasn't gonna go for it.
Facts.
When Cuban was the owner, there's no way on God's green earth that Cuban would have traded Luka. And so it just was kind of just hush hush of how he really felt. But the moment new ownership got into there, boom, not even a year later. Not even a year later. You remember the ownership got there the finals run. Mm-hmm. That next year, after the finals run, you make that move. So that means that had to be in your heart for a while.
And it's been on record. Mark Cuban said, I would have never traded Luka. Never. And he even said after he did that, he said there was no more relationship between him and Nico.
He said him and Nico, they didn't talk. They wasn't on talking basis. He said the last thing he said to Nico basically sent him a text and say, hey, this is the trade that just happened. And Cuban messaged him back and said, I think you made a huge mistake.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, he got what he deserved, man. The way he went about it was backhanded, man. It was sneaky. It was conniving. And it backfired on him severely. And my all the years of watching sports, I've been watching sports almost 40 years. And I have to say, this is the worst trade in sports history, not just NBA history. I can't think of another trade in any other sports.
That Cowboy Herschel Walker?
Yeah.
Boy, they gave up the buttload for that. That was, boy, he started a dynasty.
He did. But, well, what do you think finna happen in LA?
I don't know, man. If Bron was a little younger, then I'd be talking dynasty.
But they have picks
on that. But yeah, I mean,
but even
picks, now they're gonna definitely have they shot to be able to do something. But I don't know dynasty.
Well, they at least have the shot. We don't have the shot. We don't have the picks.
Well, you're gonna have a shot to build a team because you got someone to build around. You got Lucas.
I mean, I know that, but I'm just saying we don't have the picks. We don't have the money right now.
Well, I'm saying like picks are always are always something that needs to develop. But as far as like building a team, you gotta hit free agency, you gotta make trades. And you're not gonna do that unless you got a guy that you can build around. And it's almost similar to what they did with Luka and with while he was with the Mavericks. They made trades. Well, they hit free agency.
Well, that's the thing. The next trades we're about to make is just to get rid of cap. Because
I mean, you have no choice.
Because Clay's gonna be traded. I think AD is gonna be traded.
And now, let me tell y'all something crazy I heard. This is something that's been floating around. They said the Lakers reached out to Dallas for Clay and AD. Boy, wouldn't that just be the final slap in the face?
And I think if he
and get them back cheaper.
And guess what? That may have been a final nail in the coffin, because I bet pennies to the dollar that he brought that to that owner. See, we can get some of this back and we can get some of this back here. See, it's not working out, so we can get some of this back. We can get some of these picks and some money back.
Nico was trying to ride it out. Nico kept saying, well, we don't know what it is because everybody ain't been on the floor. We ain't been healthy. Everybody. No, your guy you brought ain't been healthy.
And this is his MO, his whole career. His whole career. This has been his. The
guy you sold us out for ain't been healthy. Ain't no we. This is what you banked your whole career on.
Bro, he might have gone back to Oregon.
You banked it on AD.
He might have gone back to Oregon, bro. Going back with Nike.
I ain't gonna lie. If the Lakers get AD and Clay,
that's championship, bro. I'm sorry.
You can sign that docket slip because they going to the ship.
Yeah. Facts.
If you put Bron, Luka, AD, Austin Reeves, Clay coming off the bench, they're going to the ship.
Yeah, you can sign them on the dotted line then. That's
even if you put AD at the 4 and Aiden at the 5.
Cooked. Ain't no stopping that.
They're done for.
Ain't no stopping that. Look at what he's doing with what he's playing with now.
Man, they gonna win by 3 of them for Bron get out of here.
Bro, like I thought I was gonna get up out of here, man.
I can't quit.
I take a pickup, but
he gonna go to his wife.
I can't quit. The rings are there.
We keep winning. We keep winning. If we lose, I quit.
I quit.
I thought you were quit. We won. We won, man.
Look at this. Look at this.
I tried to lose.
I had sciatica.
I tried to lose. LeBron tried to lose. LeBron tried to stall Lakers out with the injury. That money worked.
They still out there. They still out there hooping.
LeBron like, shoot, I'm coming back. I'm coming back this week.
Let me ramp up, man. Let me ramp up.
LeBron said he coming back. LeBron said, man,
he said it looks too good out here. It looks too good out here.
Not only look too good, but his holdout didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to do a holdout because they didn't pay him the money that he wanted.
They didn't extend him, yeah.
And kudos to the ownership. You don't pay a $40 million. You don't pay a 40-year-old guy a max deal.
Facts.
That's stupid. As good as he still could play, you gotta let that brother walk.
I mean, he's gonna be 41.
You don't do that.
Mm-mm.
And I'm a Bron fan. I wouldn't do that.
Nah, business is business. Still at the end of the day. No.
Man, shoot. That was a smart move. They better go ahead and sign Austin Reeves and stop playing around.
They tried to shortchange him this off season. He was like 90 million, and this dude over here got 120, and I'm better than this. He said, all right, hold my beer. Coming out here and giving y'all the business. 25, 29, 30 game winners.
Him and Luka cooking.
They cooking.
And laughing and joking about it.
And finna laugh all the way to the bank.
He reminded me, and I looked at it, I was so sad. It reminded me of Luka and Kyrie.
Don't it though?
Oh my gosh.
Don't it though?
They used to cook like this. They used to go crazy.
Looking like, I'm tired. All right, my turn to cook.
Especially that championship run. Man, they used to go crazy. That season was crazy. Man. But the Lakers stop messing around, stop tripping, man. Go ahead and sign Austin Reeves, man. Don't let them test no market. Don't let them see what's out there, man. For the Mavericks, man, y'all need to go ahead and do a fire sale.
Yeah.
And just go ahead and let everything go, man.
Yeah. You got a piece to build around, but yeah, it's time to fire sale.
Yeah, I don't know if you got a piece to build around, man.
You don't think Cooper Flash that?
I think he good, but I ain't seen star. He got a really good skill set. I'm not saying that he won't be that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying as of right now.
No, I'm not saying like
as of right now, you don't have nothing to build around.
But
they tried to give the team. They tried to give him the keys. They ain't have no choice. Yeah. And he just ain't ready. He ain't there. Now, hopefully he'll get there in the next, couple of years, few years. But as of right now, no, he ain't there. He wilted. They tried to. Kid tried it. Like, man, hey, I ain't got no choice. I'm gonna try to give it to the young fella.
Yeah, that's tough, man. So, would you trade him? Try to get some like a big dog in here?
My Cooper Flag?
Yeah.
Well, I think the Dallas fans, boy, you trade Cooper Flag, boy, they'll never forget it. They'll never forget his franchise.
Well, I'm saying like get like a show enough like big dog in here.
I mean, what could you get? I mean, what franchise gonna let you go? Let you get that?
Because I mean, their selling point is for one, he's 18. You could tell he's going to be good, and then he does have that potential to possibly one day be the face of a franchise. So that's your selling point. So you may find one of these. You just never know. Find one of these teams, man. They may be getting close to sick of the face of the franchise, and
I mean, I would say I wouldn't, because Dallas ain't in no shape to contend. Now, we was in shape to contend, then yeah, I would probably throw out all stops. Like when you talking about trading away your first round pick like that, number one, you talking about championship or bust. That's what fans are gonna be looking for. If you trade the number one pick, like it's the same thing with you when you traded Luka. It was championship or bust. When you brought in AD and them, fans was like, okay, you traded away our superstar and our future. We better win. And when you didn't that year, and then you come back this year and it is what it is, yeah, you ownership don't want to go through that again. That if I trade this guy and I bring somebody in and we are not winning.
So let me ask you this. With him being off limits, who else is off limits here?
Nobody. Maybe Brandon Williams. You like that.
So even Kyrie?
Nobody's off limits. I mean, just to have them, you just got them on the roster. I mean, they're going to put butts in the seats. But
and that was another nail in the coffin. The game the other night broke the 20+ year sellout streak.
That's how you know prayers work. I've been praying for that.
That's one thing about the the Dallas Mavericks fans. If we ain't getting what we need, we're gonna hit them pockets.
Man, we're gonna stop showing up, bro. I prayed. I said, man, Lord, let people stop coming to when I'm watching the game. I said, Lord, let people stop coming to these games, man. Let them stop coming. And then when I seen it the next morning, I said, you're a prayer answering God.
When I seen that, I think it's like a 22-year streak.
And I feel sorry for the guys, man, because they're playing their hearts out, man.
They are, man.
Like they are battling, like it just don't have the talent, man. Like You're playing your heart. They took Giannis and them down to the wire last night.
And I think they should have won, but we ain't gonna talk about the no call. But
yeah, you had Kuzma run a guy over, but it is what it is. But they played their hearts out, man. And I said to myself, if they don't have a good enough lead by mid fourth quarter, they're gonna lose, because you're not gonna beat this team down by the end because you don't have a go-to player.
Let me ask you this: let's say if they keep it currently constructed and continue to be the bottom of the league, and hey, who knows, mess around and get the number 1 pick again, would you go get Kion Anthony? Because I'm sure he's gonna be in the draft. That's a bucket.
I mean, if you got the number 1 pick, you're gonna get the best player that you can get, And if he's that, you draft him. It was like Cooper Flag. Like, you're gonna get the best player I can get. And so if you're drafting, you get the best player that's available.
Because I'm sure currently the way we're rolling, we're gonna be a top 5, top 3 pick guaranteed. The way this is rolling. When I say wins are hard to come by, they are hard to come by, and that is no joke. Let's get into this clip with Shams, man. He kind of gave a little backstory of
his slick hair. I don't trust him either. Somebody who know everybody's business, man. You gotta watch out for people like that. And they will know everybody's business.
NBA, the Mavericks are firing general manager Nico Harrison. In a meeting this morning, sources tell Shams Charania and Tim McMahon Harrison has been under fire since orchestrating the stunning Luka Doncic trade on February 2nd. Shams Charania joining us right now. And Shams, just really big news coming out of Dallas. What more can you tell us about what's happening out there?
So this morning, Patrick Dumont, Mavericks ownership, they made the decision to fire Nico Harrison. And Nico Harrison was informed around 9:15 a.m. that he would be meeting with Patrick Dumont, the owner, at 10 a.m. Central Time. And that meeting was set for him to be fired and let go. Just last night, we saw Patrick Dumont sitting with a fan courtside. I'm told that interaction with Patrick Dumont admitting to the fan that the organization had made a mistake with the Luka Doncic trade in February, and that he was going to take accountability for it and do right by the fans. And so a day later, he's made the decision to fire Nico Harrison. And this is the Mavs essentially doing right by their fans. There's been such a public outcry internally in Dallas there. As soon as they traded Luka Doncic on February 1st in the late night hours on that Saturday night. And at that time, though, it is important to note there was full alignment in that organization, from ownership to Nico Harrison, to his staff, to coach Jason Kidd. There was alignment on the potential of trading Luka Doncic. Then it was Nico Harrison, obviously, whose decision it was, whose idea it was, who made the pitch, who made the efforts to trade Luka Doncic. And that's what he got done for Anthony Davis. And at the crux of all this is Anthony Davis has missed the last 6 games with a strained calf. And since he's been in Dallas, we have not seen Anthony Davis play on the floor for extended periods of time. Of course, when Nico Harrison made that trade, it was with the vision of him on the floor with Kyrie Irving, with a deep unit up front. We never saw that come to fruition under Nico Harrison. You can blame health, but you knew what you were trading for at a guy over 30 for a guy in their prime.
Shams, I got several questions, so I'm going to need your answers to be just a touch shorter because I got some information I need to get from you, my brother. First of all,
you just let me know.
First of all, when you have this owner, Patrick Dumont, right, you say that he said to the fan he's accepting accountability. Is this a scapegoat move on his part, saying that it really wasn't us, it was Nico Harrison that did it? Or is he truly, truly owning the fact that, yes, this was us, and we compelled Nico Harrison to do this? Who was the person that insisted Luka Doncic needed to go?
Stephen A., it was Nico Harrison. It was Nico Harrison's decision. It was Nico Harrison's pitch. It was Nico Harrison's idea to trade Luka Doncic. But of course, any move that gets made, Stephen A., you know, if a general manager at any level is making a trade, it is with the blessing and the sign-off of ownership as well. Now, it might have taken Nico Harrison days, weeks to get Patrick Dumont on board, but after the Mavericks made it to the NBA Finals in 2024, I'm told that's when the Patrick Dumont-Nico Harrison relationship, that was the strongest it's ever been. That's when Patrick Dumont, what I'm told, he looked at Nico Harrison as a basketball savant, as someone that when Nico Harrison speaks, when he has an idea, it's basketball gospel. And so when Nico Harrison came to Patrick Dumont with that concept, there was alignment there. Eventually, there was alignment within the front office, alignment with the coach, and that's when you see this transaction take place.
How much is Luka's performance in LA right now, averaging 37, 9, and 9, and the Lakers winning without LeBron James, factored into this decision being made?
It's hard not to look at everything Luka Doncic is doing too, and there's no doubt Mavericks ownership, whether it's Patrick Dumont, Rick Welts, they're all paying attention to what's going on with Luka Doncic, and the fact that Nico Harrison essentially traded away Luka Doncic before he was eligible for the Supermax. So they had all come to an agreement that they were not going to pay Luka Doncic the Supermax, that the best prudent move financially is to move him. And that's what they ended up doing. But you're seeing Luka Doncic play now, and he is fully deserving of whatever Supermax contract he was worth last year that he ended up signing with the Lakers. And that is the mistake that Patrick Dumont is accepting. That's the mistake that he's beginning to essentially start the process of doing right by the fans and owning up to the mistakes. And that starts with firing the person he believes and who Mavericks people believe was responsible for coming up with the decision. But again, that decision isn't made without the proper sign-off. But again, this was Nico Harrison at the end of the day that made that trade.
But Shams, that's what I'm thinking. You just said before that they were all on the same page in terms of Nico Harrison and the decision to trade Luka Doncic. So why take Nico Harrison out if all of them were in agreement about this? And of course, obviously the fans were upset, but you accept the mistake. I mean, you trade Luka Doncic, you accept it, but why take Nico Harrison out if you were all on the same page with that?
I mean, it's expectations. And Nico Harrison said it when he made the trade. Time will tell if he's right. He said it after the end of the season, I believe in April, that when this team comes back, and this is after Kyrie Irving got hurt, when the team comes back next season, we're going to be competing for a championship. Right now, after last night's loss, this is a team that is among the worst in the league. They're among the worst, obviously in the West, but among the worst in the NBA at large. And so that is not the expectations. And this is a wins or loss league. This is a productions business. If this is the Mavericks team that was sitting at the top of the conference, competing for a playoff spot, at least right now, at least in the early part of the season, probably not something we see occur. But this is a results business. And Nico Harrison put his, put everything on the line with that trade. And the results speak for themselves.
How bad does this look for Anthony Davis? And I preface it by saying this, Shams. I said before that if you're Anthony Davis, you need to understand this trade is perceived as not happening if it were not for you. That once Anthony Davis
Shut up,
arrived
Stephen
in
A.
Dallas, the way he played in that very first game as a Dallas Maverick,
Pause
that first half,
AD didn't ask to get traded. Only people that's feeling the heat was Nico and the Dallas Mavericks ownership. AD wasn't like, man, I want out of LA. I want to get traded. I demand a trade. AD wasn't conspiring to become a Maverick. The players have no say-so of who was traded and when they was traded. This came from Nico Harrison and the Mavericks organization. Being sneaky, trying to work behind the scenes.
That's why I hate about people talking like this, like they inside and they furthest from the team, furthest from inside knowledge. You just going off a whim and sound dumb doing it.
It sound like the owner's not taking full accountability. He is. What you want to do? Sell a team? What else could he do?
Or he could be like another owner here in the Metroplex that's not taking responsibility. Now, that's an example of somebody that's not. But that's not the case here. He's trying to right his wrong.
What do you want the guy to do, man?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, let's pull up that statement, man.
Check this out, y'all. This is a statement from the Mavericks.
From Patrick Dumont to all Mavs fans. Dear Mavs family, on May 30th, 2024, the Mavericks won the Western Conference Championship. That's where it all started. That's where the bug got in the ear. We came up short in the NBA Finals. We all agree our future was bright. As fans of this franchise, you have every right to demand a commitment to success from us. No one associated with the Mavericks organization is happy with the start of what we all believe will be a promising season. You have high expectations for the Mavericks. Yes, we do. And I share them with you. When the results don't meet expectations, it's my responsibility to act. I've made the decision to part ways with General Manager Nico Harrison. Though the majority of the 2025-26 season remains to be played, and I know our players are deeply committed to a winning culture, this decision was critical to moving our franchise forward in a positive direction. I understand the profound impact these difficult last several months have had. Please know that I am fully committed to the success of the Mavericks. Thank you for your support. Thank you for holding us accountable. Yes. Thank you for your passion and for your patience. You deserve transparency and a team that reflects your spirit. Our goal is to return winning basketball to Dallas and win championships.
It ain't gonna be no time soon.
It ain't gonna be no time soon. Our family is committed to that mission and to continuing to invest in Dallas and the Mavericks' future. Please join me in continuing to cheer on our players and supporting all of those who work to make this organization the best it can be. Go Mavs. Thank you, Patrick. So it looks like he's trying to right his wrong, and this is the first step in doing so.
I don't know if he's trying to right his wrong. I think he's acknowledged that that they did, it was stupid. The decision that was made was dumb, and I think he finally realized that now. I believe he finally, is coming to grips with that and accepting that it was stupid. And in order to win in this league, you got to pay money. And he thought that he can contend and not have to pay anybody the supermax. And teams that are contending, they pay their players. And he thought he can take the cheap way out and got burned. And you have a franchise and you have fans that turned against you, where they show up every game and they're chanting, "Fire Nico," as we're shooting free throws. As Maverick fans are shooting free throws, as Maverick players are shooting free throws, the fans are chanting, "Fire Nico." Even so much so to the point to where the Mavericks' #1 pick, Cooper Flagg, his mom spoke out and said, "I think it was best for Nico to move on because he became a distraction. Because every home game, you have chance of fire Nico. And players becoming uneasy in the organization because now the players realize there's a mistake that's been made. And so now you're stuck in this limbo of being a contending team to now being the bottom of the barrel and it was your own doing. You have one of the best teams in the league to now one of the worst teams, if not the worst team in the league. And so, do I think they will be better in the future? Yeah, I think they'll be better once Kyrie Irving comes back. Whenever street clothes Anthony Davis comes back, but they'll be better. But I don't think they will ever contend for a championship with those guys, especially at the tail end of their career. You gave up a 25-year-old superstar for an aging superstar who can't stay healthy. And that's just the bottom line of the situation. And that's just kind of where we are. And man, I don't even know. I don't even know where they go from this, but the only thing I do know, they're gonna have to start getting rid of players and do a fire sale, and start recouping back some of those. Try to recoup some of those picks back, man, and just go ahead and free up your cap, man, because ain't no sense of having all these guys on payroll. You just paid PJ Washington, you just paid Gafford, you just paid Kyrie. You got AD on payroll. You got all these guys that you just paid, and man, you're not gonna win, man. You got some really good role players, man, but you don't have any star players. And so
let me ask you this: do you think he gets another front office job or GM job, or do you think this is just so bad that?
I think he gets another job, but I don't think he would have full control like he had here. I think he has relationships around the league to where I wouldn't put it outside of the realm of possibility that he gets another job, because you got guys like Draymond Green and stuff talking about we shouldn't be mad at Nico, and we shouldn't be saying this and fire Nico and all these different things. And I said, well, and I left him a message. I said, man, well, since y'all love him so much, go ahead and hire him at the Warriors and give him full control over there. You mean to tell me you wouldn't be pissed if he was working for the Warriors and he traded Steph Curry?
Okay, that's what kind of stuff he was on here.
You mean to tell me you wouldn't be pissed? You very well be pissed. Any franchise would be pissed if your GM traded your best player for an aging star. You will be pissed. If Milwaukee traded Giannis, if Golden State traded Curry, if OKC traded SGA, if Denver traded Jokic, like, you would be pissed. So, like, you miss me with that, man. I know you got a relationship with Nico and whatever.
And what's the name was the same way. Shannon Sharp. I'm like, y'all don't even watch Dallas basketball. You just and he's been trying to justify the trade since it happened.
Who was that?
Shannon Sharp.
I didn't even catch what he said. What did Shannon Sharp say?
He was on the same lines as Draymond, saying that Nico shouldn't have been fired. It wasn't Nico's fault. Things like that. So he's been on that train. And when it first happened, he's talking about, yeah, but you got, he's out of shape and yada yada. And you're looking at him now, and he's averaging 40. Instead of working with him here, if that was just such a big concern for you, work with him here and say, okay, let's try to put something in place you can slim down a little bit. They didn't even try to do that. You just shipped him off. And now he's in shape and he's giving people 40.
I mean, my thing is this though. We made it to the freaking finals.
If he was out of shape and he still made it to the finals, averaging 30.
Regardless of if he's out of shape or not, teams have in shape players, and they still ain't making it to the finals.
Facts.
And they still not trading their players away. The Clippers are holding on to Kawhi Leonard for dear life. Lucas was so out of shape, and he took the Mavericks to the finals as a young star.
And then just the audacity, man. You traded a young star and put your faith in 330-year-olds, and two of them have major injury history. That's what you put your trust in? You put the franchise in that position. 30-plus-year-olds. What, Clay's what, 36? And
Yeah.
AD's 33, Kyrie's 32. And you bank the future on that. If nothing else, you should have been fired off of that alone.
Well, he wasn't gonna be fired because the owner loved the ideal of saving money. Because the owner really didn't want to pay Luka the money. He didn't want to pay the Supermax, especially being a new owner. He didn't want to pay the money. And so when Nico brought the idea, it sounded golden to him because he's like, Nico's talking about, man, yeah, we can go get this guy and we still can contend and you can save money with not having to pay Luka. And we bring AD in and we're going to be this better defensively. We're going to be doing all these things. And so the owner's thinking like, oh, well, shoot. Yeah, I'm with it.
But that's my thing is like he played on that. You know, he played on the owner's ignorance, knowing that the owner really doesn't know basketball like that, far as the business side of it, and you played on that.
I mean, he did what he's supposed to do.
But
he wanted to make moves. And that's why I said he had been plotting this for a while because he wanted to make moves and he knew that Cuban wasn't going for it. So the moment that Cuban sold the team, and I had said this when Cuban did it, I said, man, I hope this ain't gonna come back to bite us.
But we already kind of knew that, man.
Well, what I mean is Cuban loves the Mavericks. He loves basketball. Cuban wants to win. You sell a franchise to a team, to an individual or to a family that only cares about money or only cares about making profit. They don't care about winning. They can care less about basketball. They can care less about the fans. We see so many franchises like that. Like you have franchises like Charlotte. Like y'all been bad this long?
Yeah, man. I just can't see him getting another job somewhere, man. I mean, like I said, this is bad.
You don't see them on their knees for him? He just ruined a franchise.
He can go back to Nike.
You got guys on their knees for him. Draymond and Shannon on their knees talking about they don't think he should be, as if they don't see what he did.
Let him come over there and ruin your franchise.
When you got guys like that, that's why I said I wouldn't be surprised if he did get another job somewhere. Now, do I think he'll have free reign? No. But, it's one of those things, man, where we always, we felt like that, man. Nico Harrison should work in a museum. Him and AD are both not there.
Shout out to you, man. Kevin said, shout out to you, man.
Man, no doubt, man. AD, man.
No, you can't blame Mark Cuban for that, man, because Mark Cuban wouldn't have signed off on that. He probably even fired him if he even brought that up to his attention.
No, I don't blame. I don't blame Mark Cuban for the move. Now, Mark Cuban reasoning for selling the team, I thought was a little weak, but you have to put the blame where the blame belongs, and that's on Nico and the current ownership. They the one that pulled the plug on this. They the one that signed off of this. They the one that was scheming and conniving to pull this off behind everybody back. And it just comes out in the middle of the night, literally in the middle of the night, it comes out. Like they didn't consult nobody. They didn't do nothing.
I do think that the Mark selling the team, I think it was more so kind of an NBA move.
I could see that.
Because not only did he sell, Lakers sold as well as Boston, all kind of in succession, which is very strange if you ask me, especially for LA and Boston. You're in basically the top 2 markets or top 3 markets in the NBA, and you just sold your team just kind of out of the blue. I think it was more so of an NBA move.
That, and also you look at the money on the line, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mark Cuban sold it to a richer family, right? And his plan was they can be able to do more with the franchise than I can. Right? The same with Jenny Buss. She sold to a richer, individual. So there's more leeway, there's more leverage there. It's almost like the whole Steve Ballmer getting the Clippers, right? This super rich guy, and people are like kind of thrown off by the stuff that he's doing. Like you can do that when you got money like that. You paying Kawhi Leonard $28 million under the table, like you can,
You see that story went away.
You can do that. You got money like that,
Yeah, because you gotta think about it. Mark Cuban bought the Mavs for $285 million, and you sold it for 3.5. You what? Tripled your money, almost, if not quadruple.
Yeah.
And you're in your 60s. 3.5. And you still got a little stake in the team, just not as big. So you still got bread coming in on top of that.
And then you own about 20-some% of the team.
And then you finna get into some more business with them outside of off the court. And me and Dan talked about this a while back when it first happened. Some things that they're gonna do here, man, as far as possibly a casino or resort, things of that nature. So, I mean, hey, I can't blame, man. You 3.5 bill.
I mean, shoot, get your money, man. They're more concerned about building a casino in Dallas, the ownership, trying to legalize gambling in Texas. They've been having court, for those who don't know, they've been having court cases and stuff like that, trying to legalize it and trying to turn it into a whole resort ordeal here in Texas. And I'm like, man, I don't know, man. But my thinking is, when you want to do that with a player like Luka, But
Working backwards.
well, you're just working. You're not working at all because the ownership doesn't know what he's doing. You hired a guy who doesn't know anything about basketball. He thinking that I got the right people in place. I'm just gonna go what they say. He's not even thinking logically. But man, it kind of is what it is at the end of the day. The Mavericks they need to sell, man. Go ahead and clean house. And just start working on your rebuilding, man. It's over. As quick as it started, quick as it end. The killing of a franchise is gonna come soon to a theory near you. A 30 for 30. How to kill a franchise featuring Nico Harrison. But man, it's a crime shame, man. It's a doggone shame. But now the Bo Davis, man, that man is sitting over there just as hurt as he want to be. I don't even know if he hurt.
Who?
Anthony Davis.
Well, I heard a rumor. It wasn't confirmed that he's been ready to play, but they've been holding him back.
They've been trading. I'm on board with it.
So I think he was ready to play 2 games ago, and they've been holding him out.
You need to go ahead and trade him. Stop playing with it.
Now, it's been said that Rich Paul, who is AD's agent, him and the owner have a pretty good relationship. So maybe they're trying to work something out to move him. Maybe, move him to somewhere that's more favorable for him. But yeah. It's ridiculous.
Man, go ahead and move him, man. Go ahead and clean house, man. Get off some of these contracts. See what kind of draft capital you can build up, man, and just go ahead and start your rebuild, man. And fans out there, man, stop buying. Don't have no false hope. We're not good. And we ain't gonna be good for a while. So I'm gonna tell you this, so you don't have no false hope. Watch the game just as a fan. Don't watch the game thinking
Enjoy
that
just
we,
what it is.
don't think we gonna win nothing. Or we going anywhere.
We ain't gonna be there.
We ain't gonna be there, man. We probably gonna get spanked on most nights. Enjoy the new talent, enjoy Cooper Flag, man. I watch it because I want to see the young fella play.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But man, it is what it is. What do you say? But the bitch. Man. And nigga ain't got no he ain't never had no vision.
He just a hate.
He was just hating, boy.
He was a hating N-word. That's what he was.
He ain't never had no vision. Had no vision.
Just somebody that's hating.
It was a crime shame.
Hey, chat. Y'all put in there if y'all think Nico's gonna get another front office position. I don't think he does. Dan think he does. Y'all put in the chat if y'all think.
I said I wouldn't be surprised if he do, because everybody's sitting there. Everybody's sitting there advocating, talking about we shouldn't want him to be fired.
But you ain't inviting them in either.
And I said, well, if you don't want that, I said, bring them to your team then.
Invite them in.
Let them rip y'all heart out.
Come there, I don't like you, and let me get you up out of here. That's all he did.
Who the best player on this team is?
Come here and tear this up.
Let me ship you to the biggest market out there. Let me see. Man, start calling him freaking Nico, boy. Boy, Nico, they need to investigate Nico and see if he gambling on these games too.
And that seemed like it was a gambling move, man.
Nico owed somebody some money at the poker game, man. He had to owe what's the Lakers GM? Pelinka.
Pelinka.
He owed Pelinka some money. I don't saw.
It was a high risk poker game. Nico done had the cash on him.
That nigga Nico betted Luka.
I'm putting it all in.
Contract for contract.
Right now.
They talking about you can do that? I can do whatever I want to.
I'm Nico, baby. I'm Nico.
Man, they need to investigate that. They got Chauncey Billups all wrapped up and tied up. They need to go get Nico.
Go get Nico. He had to be either that, you on dope, one or two.
Boy, he on something.
Leave that dope alone.
Boy. What's it? Him and Tony Allen.
Tony Allen just got busted again with dope. He just got busted again. He tried to put it off on He just tried to put it off on the Uber driver. Uber driver like, man, I'll take it, man. This guy been busted too much. He don't know what he's doing. Put it on me. He said, put it on me.
He tried to get he had cocaine in the car.
Cocaine and weed, man. How you got both?
He like, I let the weed go, man, but he got cocaine in the car.
I can't sweep that on the rug, man. If I sleeping on the rug, it's gonna be like a dust.
Boy, the police be like, man, I let the weed go. But man, he got cocaine in there, man. His nose white. Tony Allen, he don't even know what's going on. Tony Allen side of the road. His nose is white. He like this. So you can put your hand down. I said, man, how in the world is you riding around with cocaine on you?
On you, man.
On your person.
Lord have mercy.
Traveling. Now, you shouldn't be on the book of sugar, but if you own the cocaine, it don't need to be traveling with cocaine, bro.
Then you're in Memphis of all places. They got ice down there busting down Memphis. You come rolling through there with that on your person?
Man, you better be careful for they send him to they ship him to Mexico.
Because he just got out of that thing they had with a Big Baby and some other players, the insurance fraud. You just got out of that and then you turn around and doing something like that. Well, you asking for it, bro.
Man, Tony Allen, man, that man there. When I seen that, man, I said it's a crime scene. The Uber driver was kind of lost. Like,
make sure y'all put y'all answers in the survey in the chat, man. We got the poll up. Put y'all answers in the poll.
Also, let us let us know how long they gonna lock TA up. That man said, and police officer said, "Yeah, I would put it on you, but he don't already cop to it." Tony Allen was so high. He was so high that he had already pleaded to the drugs before the police even asked him, like, who drugs are these? Normally the police ask, like, hey man, who drugs? They'll give you the option to see who go take the charge.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Allen come out rip. Like, yeah, man, that's my cocaine.
Man. Can I have it back?
And so the guy was like, yeah, I mean, I can give you the weed charge because I don't really care about that. But he don't already cop to the cocaine. Tony Allen just sitting on the side of the road like that.
Man,
I said, boy, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on, man. But you shouldn't be that hooked on no cocaine, man, when you can't travel without it.
that part, man.
Man, you too hooked on it, brother. You need to go. You need to probably go turn yourself into rehab.
And then not only that, he's telling them he on the way to the podcast.
That was funny.
So you can hear the bump before you get on the air.
You can't tell him be high.
Now you finna bring your co-host into a question about this.
Man, Zebo better tell him, like we all know. I don't know nothing, man. Ain't no cocaine here.
You know they know? I don't know they know.
Man, he do that cocaine on his own. Hell no.
Man, Tony Allen, boy, I just, bro.
Man, you better find another way to have a good time, Tony.
Hey, just chill out, man.
And that's what happened, man. Like, some people, they don't need to be smoking weed, man, because weed ain't enough for them. Like, that high ain't enough for them, man. They got to keep going. Next thing you know, you into pills, and now you powder in your nose.
Okay, I got the video, man. It's a video clip of it. They got handcuffs on him and the driver.
Yeah, bro, I was going to do a podcast. Literally, he was telling y'all what he told you everything what was going on. All this extra shit, I don't even know. I'm mad. I should have just got an Uber, bro. Man, y'all bogus, bro. Y'all should have got me, bro. Should have never came and motherfucking got me. I got too much to lose to be fucking with you, man. Calm down, no, this is my life, man. I'm a ball player, bro. I don't got shit to do with that. Some weed and shit, bro. You bogus. Bro, don't ever come get me, man. Y'all bogus.
Yeah. That's cocaine behavior.
Yeah. We're gonna go back here, okay? Why would you? Come on, Tony. Why?
That's that booger sugar, man. The booger
Tony,
sugar had you erratic.
You knew it was cocaine in that cocktail. Somebody don't ever come get you. Tony, you called him, Tony.
Called him.
Man, that's bogus, man. Don't you ever come pick me up no more. If that ain't cocaine behavior, and we all know cocaine behavior, we either got some in our family or we got some friends somewhere, but we know coke behavior, and that's coke behavior. When you call a guy to come get you, and then you tell him don't ever come. Talking about how you don't know why he came and got you. You called it. What you mean you don't know why he came and got you, Tony? You called, he your ride. What you mean? I mean, I don't know why you came and got me, man.
I'm a ball player, man.
I'm a ball player.
Tony, you ain't played in 10 years.
Tony been leave. He still got on Memphis Grizzlies again.
Just got this from Walmart. Oh, man.
Tony, man, you got to stop this, man.
Tony, you need to go sit down, bro. Go sit down.
Man, you need to go to rehab, Tony.
Well, rehab, get your mentor. Get your mentor, man.
That man 40 years old.
That's what he need, man. You talking like that, make you move around like this. You need somebody to sit down, man.
That man Tony said, you ruining my life. The police tried everything he could do to hold it in.
He like this man. He like this man can't be this dumb. He cannot be this dumb.
Tony act like he don't know the dude that picked him up.
Hold on, wait a minute. We gotta play this again. Look at the cop. Look how he got his hands on his waist. He like, I can't believe this boy is talking like this.
He know that he on cocaine.
Yeah, bro, I was going to do a podcast. Literally, he told you everything what was going on. All this extra
you can't write this. You can't even make this up.
I should have just got an Uber, bro. Man, y'all bogus, bro. Y'all came and got me, bro.
Everybody
should have never came and motherfucking got me.
You should never came and got you.
Calm down, with you, man.
Calm down,
no, this is my life, man. I'm a ball player, bro. I don't got shit to do with that. Some weed and shit, man. You bogus. We don't ever come here, man. Y'all bogus.
Yeah.
Y'all bogus.
We're gonna go back here, okay?
Why would you?
Come on, Tony.
Come on, Tony.
Tony lost it.
What Judge Mathis say? I know crazy when I see one. I went to school with people like you. But TA know he wrong out there like that, man. You can't be moving throughout the city, man, with powder on you, man. You got powder in your pocket. Man, you just got a podcast. It's just starting to pop. And now you leave Zebo, he out to dry. What sponsor's gonna want to sponsor y'all after that?
You lost your sponsorship. Especially in the podcast game. That's where you make your bread. Sponsorships.
Who gonna want to uphold you after that, man? You got powder. This ain't no weed charge. They probably would let you go on the weed charge. Especially if it wasn't that much. But they can't let you go on the powder, man. Man, I keep TA in your prayers, man. I don't know what's going on with him, man. I ain't checked on the case yet. But man, we're gonna get ready to get up out of here, man. Man. Boy, it's rough out there.
Yeah, bro. I would say free him, but no, man. He needs to sit down somewhere.
Man, yeah, TA needs some help, man. He needs some help, man. TA needs some help. Man, he needs some help, man. But we're gonna get ready to get up out of here, man. We appreciate y'all, man, for rocking with us, man, and laughing with us, man. We'll be out of here, man. It's social media platform, and let that be known. And remember, hit that like, subscribe button. It don't cost you nothing, man. But much love. Peace out.